Welcome to PC Woods Kids Tech Talk. Today I'm very excited to show you the Lexar SL100 Pro. Why? Well, I haven't seen a portable SSD drive from Lexar before. I have reviewed many drives, SSD drives, you name it. This one here comes with encryption also. So the speeds are fast, 950 megs per second on the read, 900 on the write. These are sequential benchmarks that they say that you can get up to that. USB 3.1 Type-C, which is great. I like the fact that it supports high temperatures in case you're using this in a hot area. Also some anti-vibration or vibration resistance in case you drop it. So that, all of these things, they add up. It means quality, right? They stand behind their product. We're talking about 3 years warranty on this, okay? So keep that in mind. It's nice and slick and small as well. So here it is out of the box. And it comes with two cables. You can see the USB Type-C to Type-C and also a USB Type-C to USB Type-A, which is your standard USB cable. Now, if you really want to maximize the speeds and get the most out of this, you need USB 3.1. That's not to say that you can't use it on an older system. Sure you can. You can have an old laptop or old desktop. It'll work. It's backwards compatible. But I'm just saying, you want to have these terrific speeds that you can get out of this USB Type-C, for example, then you should really be using that, right? You should really be using the USB Type-C 3.1 connector on a new motherboard, on a new laptop. So that way you can really get the maximized speed out of it. Now, other than that, I got to tell you, this drive looks great. It's nice and small, slick design, premium quality finish, aluminum brushed finish. Actually, if you look at it, it's got this nice matte brushed aluminum going across. The machining is very nice. It almost feels like a little like a matchbox or a cigarette lighter. Not that I smoke or anything. I'm just saying it just reminds me of that. And you can see there, it's very thin, right? Slim design. There's your USB Type-C connector, by the way. And that's pretty much it. It's a very minimalistic design. They're trying to make this, obviously of the higher grade. And you can tell, right? When you hold this in your hand, you can tell this is not a cheap little device. It feels good. Now, when it comes to plugging it in, it's straightforward. Obviously, it has a USB Type-C connector. You just get the cable, which I have here, and you just plug it in on the side, right? That's pretty straightforward. Other than that, like I said, if you can, use this on a newer machine that has USB 3.1, right? So you can get the most out of it. If you can't, that's fine. There's the LED blinking on the side, obviously, when there's activity going on. And when it comes to benchmarks, I did a whole bunch here just to see. And I was very pleased to see that on the read results, it exceeded what it advertised on the box. So it went over the 950 megs per second. I got 965. But it fell a little bit short on the write with 770 megs per second maximum there on these benchmarks specifically. Other benchmarks, you could get higher results, right? It depends on the benchmark that you run. And of course, like I said, you do have to have a good machine to really maximize the full capabilities of this. Now, for example, I had a file here that was about 3.4 gigabytes. I plugged this in my Windows 10 machine, and I transferred the file from my C drive to the G drive being the SL100 Pro, and it transferred like in seconds. I can barely even see it. So 3.4 gigs was transferred in basically 3 seconds. I'm rounding it up, okay? That's like 1 gig per second, basically, right? So that was incredible speeds we're talking here. So it definitely writes fast, okay, on my machine. Now, included with this, you have a little utility, the ENC Data Vault. Okay, you can download that for free. They have a light version, and it allows you to encrypt your files. Why would you want to encrypt things? Well, I don't know. Maybe you have something sensitive in nature that you don't want anyone to see, or it's private. And you can encrypt that with AES 256-bit encryption, obviously. And I've gone ahead and done that. You can see here what the utility looks like. You can select a file and basically specify that you want to protect that file or folder, right, and all its contents. And it will basically encrypt that. And, I don't know, maybe if you lose your drive, God forbid, no one would be able to see what's on it, right, because you encrypted it. Definitely recommend this. I'll add the latest pricing below. As you can see here on Newegg.com, it says $99.99 US. If you have any interest in other related videos, you can click on any of these links. Stay safe.